Hello and welcome. Thank you so much for joining me today. I am in San Clemente, California. As most of you know, one of my favorite places I've ever been to in my whole life. My partner and I used to live here a long time ago, and it is just the greatest. I am here today at Linda Lane Park, one of my favorite parks in this town. If you ever make this way, highly recommend. And for today's Power Vinyasa, we will be utilizing 2 blocks, maybe. I always like for people to have something nearby in case you want the support. There may be a case that you do not need the support at all. Something I wanted to share with you all before we get started is I went to a Kundalini offering a couple weeks ago in Phoenix, and she had mentioned about the power of visualization. So not just in imagining what we want, what we can do, things like that, but she had used the example of a study done where people physically lifted weights and then saw a muscle increase in their biceps, and then they had the other group do just visualizing lifting these weights. And the group that visualized still gained muscle mass, just to kind of show the scientific power of visualization. So if there's anything in today's practice that you end up wanting to take a break from or not do, stay with your breath and visualize yourself doing it. When poses become hard or strenuous, or that burn gets a little bit more than we really want, especially when we're practicing at home. I know I'm way easier myself when I'm at home versus when I'm in a class full of people. Maybe my ego takes over, whatever it is, it does something. So if there is at any point that you want to take a break, I want you to still visualize that you are doing these poses. While you're in the poses, I want you to visualize your depth of this pose. I want you to visualize yourself breathing deep and staying with it, and see if it changes your experience. So when we're ready, we're gonna get started in a tabletop position. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Let's tuck the toes under, let the head hang heavy. Shift the hips from side to side. Move intuitively here. Rock around in the body, guiding the body forward and back. Keep the fingers spread wider than usual. Begin to soften the brow, wiggle out the jaw, maybe move around the neck. Just getting into your body, onto your mat. There's no wrong way to do it. Begin inviting that breath in. The inhales a little deeper. Exhales a little slower, a little bit more complete. So we find our center, spreading the fingers as wide as you can, tucking those toes under, making sure we can't see the feet. Heels in line with the knees. Begin to pull the shoulder blades apart, lengthen up from behind the ears. Breathe. Noticing the belly change. Let those inhales balloon the belly. Ask those exhales to pull the navel up and in. Try to keep a flat spine as we do this. So we keep those deep breaths, roll through the shoulders, pulling those shoulder blades apart, pressing them together. Switching directions anytime it feels good. Just warming up the shoulders, maybe changing the way the eye of the elbow faces. Finding full rotation with these movements. Isolating those shoulders for one more full breath. That means inhaling to the top and exhaling to the bottom. Coming back into center, pulling the shoulder blades apart. We're going to isolate the pelvis here. On the inhale, tuck the pelvis. Try to keep the flattest spine you can. Keep pulling those shoulder blades apart. On the exhale, flare the pelvis. Again, try to keep the shoulders steady. Inhaling to tuck that pelvis. This is not easy. Exhaling to flare it. Maybe finding circular motions here. Washing machine the hips. Try to even close the eyes and draw the hips around in a circle. Switching directions if you took those circles. Trying to keep the spine steady, the ribs steady. Taking in one more complete breath, finishing that exhale, finding that neutral spine. Inhale, cow, drop the belly, lift the chin. Exhale, cat. Pull the ribs to the sky. Tuck the tailbone, tuck the chin. Inhale, cow. Fill. Exhale, cat. Empty. Inhale, cow. Lengthen the front side body. Try to lengthen the throat. Exhale, cat. Release. Make yourself small. Inhale, cow. We want to move every vertebrae. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. Final round. A little bit extra. Be dramatic. Exhale, cat. Finding a neutral spine. Let's wag the tail. Think of a side to side cat and cow. Pulling the ribs out to the side. Opening that side body and maybe noticing if you've had a chance to stretch the side body today. Hang out on one side and then the other. Letting those inhales get a little deeper with the expansion of the ribs, the opening. So everything comes back into neutral, back of the hand to the mat. Maybe one hand at a time, maybe both. Remember, we don't actually have to put weight on these hands. We can just lightly press in. Wiggle through those fingers as it feels good. We're warming up the wrists. We're waking up the forearms. Try to pull one fingertip into the palm at a time, opening them back up. One more breath, however the hands and wrists need. Bring in that new energy. Bottom of that exhale, shake out the wrists, shake them loose, let them go. Start to rearrange that stagnant stuff. We get a lot of heavy, sticky stuff in the wrists because we're constantly on our phones, we're driving, we're always active, we're writing. There's never a time we're not using our hands. Take the palm to the mat, flip the wrist forward. Fingers spread wide, one hand at a time, maybe both. Rock from side to side, find circles in the body. Maybe a little micro bend in the elbow. Notice what feels right. Opening the hands and the wrists as much or as little as feels good. It doesn't matter how far we turn or how the depth that we get. It's all about the breath we can keep. One more complete breath here. Everything these wrists need. So we shake those wrists loose, shake them out, shake them off. Dissipate that heat. Use that heat to flush out the old, because we're welcoming in the new. Fingers are spread wide, pull the shoulder blades apart, neck is long. Roll out the ankles, scrunch and flex the feet. Big circles with the ankles. Try to draw the largest circle you can with those toes. Try it with the toes spread wide. Try it with the toes tucked in. Switch directions of those circles. Thank these feet. We're thanking these ankles. They say it all the time, and I will never stop. We can thank these feet for every step we've taken, even just today. It is incredible what these feet and ankles do. When you're ready, tap the tops of the feet onto the mat. Bringing in that blood flow, stimulate the lymphatic system. 2 more breaths. Paddle as fast as you can. So you settle into those feet, knees come out wide, toes come to touch. Inhale to press the heart forward. Exhale, child's pose, tail guides back, arms slowly guide down. Reaching to the top of the mat, keep your fingers spread wide, rest the third eye. When you feel you have arrived, give me a big dramatic sigh. Soften the shoulders, drop the belly, let the hips begin to open. Just breathe. Beginning to activate our Ujjayi Pranayama with the inhales just as long as the exhales. In and out through the nose, we build that slight constriction on the back of the throat, creating the sound of the ocean. creating a slow, steady, sustainable breath. Building a breath we can take with us throughout the entirety of our practice. Let yourself ground down here, creating a force field of energy around you. Creating this impenetrable space of peace, of love, of acceptance. Come into your practice with gratitude. 2 more breaths here. So we gently lift the gaze, begin to walk the hands back, hand-shoulder distance, tuck the toes under, take the tail high, down dog, paddle it out. Bend deep into one knee, straighten the other, shift it around. Sigh it out when you need. My favorite thing is, for example, I bend deep into the left knee, straighten the right leg. Shift the weight into the right hand, take my gaze under the right armpit. And I like to switch sides. Bending deep into the right knee, straighten the left leg, shift the weight into the left hand, take the gaze under the left armpit. Breathe. Getting everything you need from this down dog. Eventually finding your edge of this down dog. Fingers stay spread wide, arms are active, shoulders strong, core is strong. Guiding the chest a little closer to the thighs, bring the tail higher to the sky. Micro bend in the knees to the heels, guide a little closer to the mat. Ujjayi breath. Inhale, right leg high, kick it up to the sky. Keep the hips square as we kick up into that right leg, a little bit higher if you can. On the exhale, pull that knee in towards the chest as we take that right foot out to the edge of the mat. Hands in line with the foot, front knee over ankle, square the hips. We're just rocking the hips from side to side. Lunging forward and backward, we're just warming up these hips. Take one more breath here. Dynamic lizard pose. So we plant down into the hands, engage the body, swing that right leg up to the sky, open the hip, 3-legged dog. Draw circles with that knee, open the hip, roll out the ankle, maybe draw the toes to the top of the head. Bring warmth, energy, appreciation into this hip, meet me back in down dog. Inhale, left leg high, kick it up to the sky. Initially keep the hips square, kicking out of the left toes, right of the ball mount to the foot. One more inhale, kick a little higher out of the glute. On the exhale, low lunge, runner's lunge, that foot on the outside of the hands. Squaring the hips at first, we can rock back and forth or shift the hips from side to side. You can find more of a circular motion, intuitive movement, just opening up these hip flexors. A little bit of warmth to start with. So everything comes back into center, engage strong. Inhale, kick it back, 3-legged dog. Opening the hips, stacking the hips, bending the left knee. Draw circles with that left knee if it feels good. One more breath, maybe toes reach to the top of the head. Bring me back and down dog. Come high on the toes. Walk the feet halfway up to the center of the mat. Feet to hip distance, maybe a little wider. Bend generously into the knees. Inhale, find a little bit of length. Exhale, ragdoll fold. Hinging from the hips. We have a generous bend in the knees because we're not necessarily trying to stretch the hamstrings here. We're trying to decompress the spine. This feels like a lot. Bring blocks under the hands. Sigh it out. Let the head hang heavy. Soften the jaw. Relax the brow. Reach opposite elbows if it feels good. You could interlace the fingers behind the back. Pull the fist up to the ceiling. Big, heavy sighs here are going to be the key to this release. You have permission. 2 more of your most dramatic breaths. Let it out. We're being dramatic together. 1 more big one. Inhale all of your frustrations. Exhale, dump them out. Drop the hands. Just exist here. 2 breaths. As we bring the hands below the shoulders, bending deep into the left knee, left hand plants in front of the face. Now we can always take a block here, under the hand, on the higher setting, even on the highest setting, but we want to find a flat back. So that's how we know how much support we need. If bending down here makes us round, then we want support. If we don't necessarily have a block, but we need a flatter back, bring the fingertips to the mat. Trust it. As we lengthen here, 1 big inhale. Exhale, reach the left arm up to the ceiling. Again, bending deep into the left knee, straightening the other. Try to glide that right hip back. Try to reach the wall, the hand to the wall behind you. 1 more inhale. Exhale, fold. Let's switch the hands. Right hand plants under the face. Bend deep into the right knee, straighten the right leg. Inhale here. Exhale to twist. Left arm reaches up, 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 opening. It's okay if one side's tighter than the other. It is for me. Track that left hip back. Inhale, reach a little higher, maybe a little further back. Exhale, fold. Let that go. On the next inhalation, slowly roll up. 1 vertebrae at a time. Intuitive movement when you arrive to standing. Every knee to get stacked again. Rolling the shoulders, move around the neck. Maybe just shimmy out the body if we're still holding on to a lot of tension. Shaking those things off, we're not bringing it into our flow with us. Bring the feet into center. Ball mount to the feet could be touching, hip distance apart, anywhere in between. So we guide the hands to heart center. Close the eyes. Ujjayi breath. Setting your intention for practice today. Harnessing that intention, igniting it with our heat, we start from the ground up. Lifting all of the toes, fan them out wide, we put them under the feet. Lifting into the kneecaps, lightly squeeze the glutes just to stabilize the pelvis. As we find what we call our Uddiyana Bandha, this is our diaphragmatic lift, we make the core very dense. Then we tuck it up behind the rib cage for that lift. Shoulders, breasts, pull back. Let them draw down the spine, lengthen from behind the ears, samasti to heat. Now you can engage so hard, you could be shaking, you could be sweating. Choose your level of heat. Releasing the hands to the side, shine the palms forward, spread the fingers wide, take up space. Inhale, mountain, sweep the arms up and wide. Palms face one another, drop the shoulders down the back, lengthen from behind the ears. Keeping that core strong, that belly engaged. 1 more inhale. On the exhale, goalpost the arms, lift the heart for a little micro back. Inhale, mountain, hands come high. Exhale, forward fold, chin off the chest, lower all the way down. Hands could be at heart center, you could swan dive down. Fingertips in line with the toes. Micro bend in the knees. Think about pulling the elbows in towards the knees. Tuck the third eye into the navel. Breathe it all the way out. Make yourself small. Inhale, half lift. Press the shins away. We pull the shoulder blades together, lengthening in the neck. Flat spine here. Squeezing into the glutes. Try pressing down into the feet. Act like you're going to pull the thighs apart. One more inhale. Exhale, fold. Tuck that chin very last. Inhale, mountain, sweep it up and wide. This time we're going to find a steeple grip. Interlacing the three fingers, pointer finger and thumb facing up. We're going to press the fingertips up to the ceiling. Pull the shoulder blades down the back. Lengthen from behind the ears. Where's the Uddiyana Bandha? Breathe. Bring in one more inhale. And the exhale, reach to the right. Kick that left hip out to the side. Hot variation of a half moon. Keeping everything strong. We're not dumping into the side body. Legs are straight. Reaching up to the top corner of the room. Inhale, center. Exhale to the left. Reaching out, we kick that right hip out to the side. Squeezing, squeezing, squeezing in that Uddiyana Bandha. That's what keeps us from collapsing. Legs are straight, body strong. Inhale, center. Exhale, micro back bend. Open that heart. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, lengthen in the spine. Exhale, high plank. Plant the hands, step it back, hands below shoulders, fingers spread wide. Lengthening from behind the ears, we're pulling those shoulder blades apart. Keep the core strong, legs are engaged. Take the gaze more forward than it is down, so not between the hands. Maybe about a foot in front of the mat. Breathe. Let the body shake if it needs, let it quake if it wants. I always like to think of the body shaking as the body giggling. It's having a good time. You know what a real challenge is? If you can get yourself to laugh while you're planking. It really is the best form of core strength training. Take a big laugh with me. See if you can even joke, make yourself laugh. Make yourself laugh if you force it. Okay, all right, one more inhale. On the exhale, tuck the elbows in, slowly lower down to the belly. Let that go, drop the chin, shift the hips from side to side. Keep those hands below the shoulders, elbows tucked in. Try to draw the shoulders down away from the ears here. Find your breath. Reset it with a sigh. Fingers spread wide. Break down our up dog. Pressing the mat away. We lift the chest. Here, the body's going to feel super heavy. Ugh, it's so hard. Pull the ears up away from the shoulders. Once we start getting that lift, find your Uddiyana Bandha. That is that diaphragmatic lift. Squeezing the core, plant the tops of the feet down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, float it up. Down dog. Now, if that just does not feel good for you, remember, we can always stay here. We can come up to a tabletop, then bring it to down dog. Whenever you get to your down dog, one breath. Let's flow. High on the toes, bend the knees, take the gaze forward, step, jump, or walk to the top. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain. Steeple grip. Exhale, reach to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, micro back. Inhale, hands high. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift, lengthen. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, high plank to low plank. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Sigh that out, let it go. We're going to flow through that 3 times with breath. Trust in yourself. High on the toes, bend the knees, take the gaze forward, step, jump, hop it up. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain steeple grip. Exhale, reach to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, micro back. Inhale, mountain hands come high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step or jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. High in the toes, bend the knees, take the gaze forward, get to the top. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain steeple grip. Exhale, reach to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, micro back. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, fall. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. High on the toes, get to the top. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain steeple grip. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, center. Exhale, micro back. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Settle in. Moving right on to our sun B. High on the toes, bend the knees, take the gaze forward, step, jump, or walk to the top. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Walk the feet into touch, bend generously into the knees. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Tuck the tailbone, sitting a little bit deeper, nice flat back. Think about reaching the hands more up than forward, but the second we get the banana back, that's how we know we need to back off, draw the shoulders down the back, sitting deeper, breathing slower. Try to lift the toes. Make sure we can see those toes, non-grasping. Sit a little deeper, one more inhale. Exhale, airplane arms, come high on the toes. Lean it forward this time like you're skiing. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, fold, let that go. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, chaturanga dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. One breath. Inhale, right leg high, kick it up to the sky. Again, we're pointing out of the ball mound to the foot, keeping the hips square. Use the glutes, squeeze a little harder, kick a little higher. One more inhale. Exhale, low lunge. Plant the foot between the hands, swing the back foot flat. Heel and arch in one line, front knee over ankle. Take the gaze forward, let's just breathe. Lead with the left hand. Inhale, windmill open. Warrior two. Starting at the feet, we press down and out with the feet, taking up space. Open the hips and the shoulders to that wall, that long edge of the mat. Reaching out, pull the shoulder blades together. Reaching out of the fingertips, lengthen the neck, then take the gaze forward. Last thing we do is we worry about this knee. Then we take the knee forward, guide it out to the right, squeeze the glutes, breathe. Staying with that Ujjayi Pranayama. The bottom of your next breath, inhale, reach forward. Exhale, tilt it over, extended side angle. Back of that right arm to the inside of the knee. Reaching left arm up, lengthening in the neck. Breathe. One more full breath. Finish your exhale here. Inhale, reverse warrior. We leave the legs the same, we reach it up. So naturally, I am inclined to straighten this right leg. Reaching up, tucking my left hand behind the small my back, then guiding the knee back forward. You listen to what feels good for you. One more inhale. Open up, a little bit taller. Exhale, windmill it down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. One breath. Inhale, left leg high. Again, trying to avoid peeling that hip open, keep it square. Lifting the left leg a little higher, squeezing that glute, flex that left foot. One more inhale, a little higher. Exhale, low lunge, plant the foot between the hands. Swing the back foot flat, heel and arch in one line. Take the gaze forward, where's the breath? Remember, we don't go anywhere without the breath. That is the yoga. Lead with the right hand, inhale, windmill open, warrior two. Pressing down and out in the feet, open the hips, open the shoulders, reach long, lengthen the neck, then look forward. Front knee comes forward, then guides out. Glutes are strong, breath is deep. With that Ujjayi Pranayama. Bottom of your breath, inhale to reach forward. Exhale, tilt over, extended side angle. Arms at 12 and 6, we're opening the shoulders, lengthening from behind the ears, then taking the gaze up to the ceiling if it feels good. A little more forward in the front knee, opening up. One more complete breath. Finish your exhale. Inhale, reverse warrior. Reaching the left arm up, tucking that right hand behind the back. Again, straighten the front leg where you find the reach. Reaching tall, then guide the front knee back over ankle. One more inhale, reach a little higher. Exhale, windmill it down, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. 2 breaths. Let's prepare to flow. Come back to the Ujjayi Pranayama. Shake out the legs if they feel stuck and sticky. Tail is high, body strong, breath is deep. Where's your visualization? High on the toes, bend the knees, take the gaze forward, step, jump, walk it up. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Exhale, airplane arms high on those toes. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extend and reach. Inhale, reverse walk. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extend and reach. Inhale, reverse walk. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. High on the toes, bend the knees, take the knees forward, step, jump, get to the top. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, airplane arms high on the toes. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior two. Try to take the stance wider. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse walk. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extend side angle. Inhale, reverse walk. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. High on the toes, bend the knees, take the gaze forward, step, jump, hop it up. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, airplane arms high on those toes. Inhale, Utkatasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Staying with the warmth, appreciating the heat. Paddling it through, paddle it out. Come into stillness when you're ready. Back to your Ujjayi breath. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Swing the back foot flat. Inhale, warrior two. Straightening into the front leg, coming in for triangle. We pull the inner thighs together, reaching out. Inhale to hinge forward. Exhale, Trikonasana, triangle pose. Opening those shoulders, lengthening that neck. Breathe. We can always take a block under that right hand for support. We want to be mindful not to dump into the downside body. We're lifting, reaching, expanding, breathing. Bottom of that exhale. Inhale up to star. Toes face the long edge of your mat, hands out wide. Tuck the shoulders into the sockets. Lengthen up from behind the ears. Breathe. One more inhale. On the exhale, Skandasana to the right, deep bend into the right knee. Now as we come here, we can keep the hands to heart center. We could lift the left toes, which we might need to bring that left foot forward if we do so. If this left foot does not plant flat, we have options. We could take the stance a little wider, making a little bit more space. Sometimes for me personally, my hip is just too tight. It's not going to extend and open enough. So I stay on the ball mount to the foot. It's comfy for my body. You do what feels good for you. Nice big inhale here. Let it out. As we turn to the front of our mat, pivoting over to a low lunge, our runner's lunge, preparing for our crescent. Low lunge, ball mount to the foot is on the mat, front knee over ankle, take the gaze forward. Inhale, rise up to crescent. Finding that crescent lunge, one more inhale here. Exhale, airplane arms, shine the heart forward. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana, step it back. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Swing the back foot flat. Inhale, warrior two. Straighten the front leg. Zipper those inner thighs together. Preparing for triangle. Hinging forward. Inhale, reach it forward. Exhale, Trikonasana. Triangle pose, opening the shoulders. Thinking about being within two planes of glass. They say it a lot, but it's true. One more inhale. Let it out. Inhale up to star. Both toes face the long edge of your mat. Arms up and out. Tuck the shoulders into the sockets. One more inhale. On the exhale, Skandasana to the left. Bend deep into the left knee again. You can lift the right toes. You may want to inch that leg forward. Notice what feels best for you. If it feels good to stay here with the body, stay with it. Breathe deep. One more inhale, let it out. So we pivot to the front of our mat, taking the left knee over the ankle, bringing the right toe, ball mount to the foot onto the mat, square the hips. Inhale, crescent. Nice and slow. Dipping in, front knee over ankle, breathing deep. One more inhale. On the exhale, airplane arms, lean the heart forward. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Sigh it out, let it go. Now we flow. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, triangle. Inhale, up to star, toes face forward. Exhale, Skandasana to the right. Inhale, low lunge, lean it forward all the way up to crescent. Exhale, airplane arms. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, triangle pose. Inhale, up to star. Exhale, Skandasana to the left. Inhale, crescent, top of your mat. Exhale, airplane arms. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, triangle pose. Inhale, up to star. Exhale, Skandasana to the right. Inhale, crescent lunge, top of your mat, you got it. Exhale, airplane arms. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, triangle. Inhale, up to star. Exhale, skandasana to the left. Inhale, crescent, top of your mat. Exhale, airplane arms. Inhale, crescent. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Sigh it out, 2 breaths. Coming back into center. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Drop the back knee. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Lunging the hips forward. Guiding the hands high. Breathing deep. One more inhale. On the exhale, half splits. Flexing that right foot, guiding the hips back. Keep the spine long. Pinkies reach to the ceiling. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, Anjane. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, hands high, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, plant the hands. Walk the right foot out to the edge. We're then going to walk the hands and foot to the top of the mat, extending the left leg long, coming into that runner's lunge. Hands below shoulders. We can roll that right foot onto the pinky edge. Rock back and forth or settle into stillness. Just breathe. You can surrender here if you have it. But one thing I gotta say is don't race to get the third eye down to the mat. We don't want a lot of rounding in the spine. Try to keep the spine as long as possible. Breath nice and deep. Bring in 2 more breaths. Get everything you need from this pose. As the hands guide back below shoulders, right foot plants on the mat, tuck the left toes under, lift the legs strong. Inhale to engage. Exhale, kick it back, 3-legged dog. Stack the hip, kick it out, draw circles with the knee, roll out the ankle. Knee back and down dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Drop the back knee down. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Lunge those hips forward. Draw the shoulders down the back. Breathe. One more inhale. On the exhale, half splits, airplane arms. Guide the pinkies to the ceiling. Hips guide back. Left foot flexes. Breath is deep. Spine is long. Inhale, Anjane. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, Anjane. Exhale, half splits. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Get everything you need. Exhale, plant the hands. Walk the hands and foot forward to the top of the mat. Right leg extends long. Hands in line with the foot. Roll that left foot onto the pinky edge if it feels good. Rock from side to side, back and forth. Big belly breaths here. Getting into the hip flexors, into the psoas, opening up the glutes. We warmed them up for a reason. Body guides back into neutral. One more breath. Foot returns flat. We tuck the right toes under. Lift the right leg strong. Inhale to engage the core. Exhale, kick it back. 3-legged dog. Kick it, stack it, stir it. Whatever feels good. Let that energy flow back in. Beating back in a down dog. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, half pigeon. We come to a low lunge. We walk that foot over to the opposite wrist. Flexing hard into that right foot. Slow surrender. Square the hips. Lengthen in the spine. Breathe deep. One more inhale. Get as tall as you can. Maybe even shine the palms forward. On the exhale, find your variation of surrender. Maybe that's the hands below shoulders. Maybe that's forearms to blocks. Again, it's not a race to get the third eye down to the mat. This is not the ideal surrender. The ideal surrender is the one where you can still take your deepest breath. You can find your utmost comfort. Breathe. Ujjayi breaths. Remember, if you want to find your edge, track the right hip back, inch the left leg long. Really letting the breath work here. Letting the oxygen saturate, nourish the body. 2 more breaths, get everything you need. So we got the hands back below the shoulders, fingers are spread wide. As we lengthen in the neck here, if it's in your practice, reach that right arm to the back of your mat. Bending into the left leg, grab the top of that left foot if you can. Opening the shoulders, flex into that left foot. We have options. We could pull that left foot in closer to the glute. A little bit more stretch for the top of the thigh. We could kick into that left foot, opening the shoulders. Try to engage your Uddiyana Bandha. One more inhale here. On the exhale, slowly release. Planting the hands below the shoulders, tuck the back toes under. Inhale, get strong. Exhale, kick it back, 3-legged dog. Stack the hips, kick it out. Roll the ankle, draw circles with the knee. Just let that flow back in. Getting back in down dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, half pigeon. Find that low lunge, walk that foot over to the opposite wrist, flex into that foot. Slow surrender in the legs, square the hips. Finding our square alignment first. Inhaling to get nice and tall, maybe even shine the palms forward. Exhale to find your surrender. Now think, much like when our pets stretch, and they take their time crawling, inching their way down, that's why I want you to find your surrender. So we're not leading with the third eye down, we're keeping the spine long, breath deep. If you want to find your edge, track the left hip back, inch the right leg long. Wherever you are, breath takes over. Let that oxygen heal. Let that surrender take place. Bring in 2 more of the deepest breaths you can find. Think about inhaling yourself wide and exhaling the ribs down a little closer to the mat. Guiding the hands below the shoulders, fingers spread wide, neck is long. If it's in your practice, reach that left arm back, bending into the right knee, grab the top of that foot. Now, if you don't have that grab, if it still just feels far away, try taking a block under the right hand. Give yourself a little bit of height there. But think about bringing your hand back to your foot instead, bring your foot closer to your hand. Woo, almost lost it there. Opening up. Again, you could pull that foot towards the glute, or you could kick that foot up or out for a twist. Breathe. One more inhale here. Engage the Uddiyana Bandha. Think about lifting the body. Then you exhale, slowly release, hands back below shoulders. Inhale, tuck the right toes under. Exhale, kick it back, 3-legged dog. Stack it, kick it, stir it, move it, spin it, bring that energy back in. Mini back and down dog, final down dog of today. Getting everything you need from this posture, leaving behind what no longer serves the body. Lowering down onto the knees, making our way up towards the top of our mat, we shift over onto the sit bones, planting the feet flat in front of us. Hooking the hands behind the knees, draw the shoulders down and back, lifting into the heart, lengthening in the spine. And as our core feels strong, lean it back, boat pose. I'm at a little bit of an angle. This is not easy, that's why I'm making a weird shape. I'm on a little bit of a hill. One more inhale wherever you are. On the exhale, low boat, extend it all as long as you can and slow surrender down. Side out when you get to the ground. Cactus the arms, walk the feet up close to the glutes, feet out wide to the edges of the mat, windshield wiper the knees. Rock from one side to the other. Shift it around. Knees come back in to center. Walk the feet up close to the glutes, to where the fingertips can just about scrape the heels. Flexing into both feet. Inhale, bridge pose. Lifting the hips high, squeezing those glutes. Maybe interlace the fingers under the back. Popping up into wheel if it's in your practice, not for me today. One more inhale, a little bit higher, squeeze the glutes harder. When the exhale, slowly release one vertebrae at a time. When the tailbone plants, happy baby. Peace fingers to the big toes or hands to the arches of the feet. Rock from side to side, knees out wide. You can straighten into one leg and then the other. And then gently releasing both feet, knees into the chest. Give yourself a hug. Roll out the ankles, scrunch and flex the feet. Hug of appreciation, hug of love and joy. So we send the left leg long. Left hand on the outside of that right knee. Inhale, right arm out to a T, palm faces down. Exhale to twist. Gaze can stay to the sky or to the right fingertips. Wherever you are, let's inhale to track that right glute down. And exhale to twist a little further. Keeping that right shoulder glued. One more full breath. Inhaling for length. Exhaling for twists. Knee comes back into center. Give it a hug, give it a squeeze, and send it long. Left knee comes in for a hug and a squeeze. Give it some love. Right hand on the outside of the knee. Inhale, left arm out to a T. Exhale to twist. Guiding that knee across the side body, tracking that left shoulder down to the mat. Inhaling the left glute down, lengthening in the spine. Exhale for a deeper twist. Wringing out the body, releasing the rest of that stagnant energy. One more full breath, let it all out. Inhale the knee back into center. Give it a hug, give it a squeeze. Pull the right knee in. One final hug, one final squeeze. Take any final movements your body is craving. You can windshield wiper the knees. You could find a Supta Baddha Konasana where the soles of the feet come to touch. As you then find your utmost comfort in your final Shavasana. Remember, this is our most important pose in our yoga practice. Finding that any which way, maybe the knees are out wide, maybe we take blocks under the thighs. You could even cross the legs for a half lotus. There's no wrong way to be here. Do you let the head get a little heavier, rest the shoulders, soften the belly. Relaxing the glutes, the hips, soften the thighs, the calves. Let the feet get heavy, the thoughts feel empty and weightless. As you let go of any control of your breath, control in your body. Taking one more cleansing breath together, let's inhale to the top. Soft sigh like you just sat down after a long day. Let yourself release. Let yourself relax. See what it takes to truly let go. Slowly begin to bring your inhale deeper. Finding movement in the fingers, the toes, with the wrists and ankles. You reach the arms overhead like you just woke up for the very first time. Rolling on to your right side in a supported fetal position. A quote from Xavier Dagba. The ego says, if it hurts, cover it up, run away from it, numb it with distractions, and avoid it at all costs. The soul says, if it hurts, then as hard as it is, see it, be present with it, give it your love and compassion. For you cannot cut off a part of yourself and still feel whole. Using the strength of your arms to press yourself up into a comfortable seat, let us share a single breath together, sealing our practice today. As the hands come into heart center, let us empty the lungs together. So we pull in a slow, deep, mindful inhale all the way to the top. Bring in just a little bit more. Maybe one more sip. Then don't let it go. Lukasamastusukin no bhavan. May your entire universe be filled with peace, joy, love, and light. Namaste. Thank you for joining me today. I appreciate you so much, and I look forward to seeing you next time. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.